Speaking of getting wet, we're watching a game between... Yeah, perfect segue, you know it. We're now watching the game between Meta and Rangers, round 2. Rangers are defending and Meta is attacking. Let's see what goes on. Holy crap, Meta is pushing as far up as they possibly can here. Looks like Rangers is a bit late to the defense. And they're kind of stuck on that right hill for this first engagement. Yeah.
Flame 2 hits that knight there.
Holy crap. Meta is just clearing house. He's got 3 knights remaining. They're doing just fine.
Jared's just doing what he can with that claymore, staying in the game, getting pokes.
Just not enough.
Nope, not enough, and they're looking at a full wipe there.
Holy crap. This is funny. Neither teams have actually changed their composition. So Meta's still got all of that health to work with. And Rangers is just kind of dealing with their utility, I suppose. But I honestly, if I were them, I would swap out the Man-at-Arms for a Vanguard if they can. Because they really need that health advantage right now. The cart is already 27% at 8 minutes and 35 seconds. This is
good first push.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, yes. Insanely good first push. And they just keep going. They don't stop. Meta is on fire. Oh, that was weird. Now hopefully they don't get caught actually on fire. Oh, nope. One of them does actually get caught on fire. And the remaining Meta members will slowly be picked apart by Rangers, but not before the cart gets to 37%.
Fairly certain you just said picked a fart.
Did I just say picked a fart?
I'm fairly certain you just said picked a fart.
I'm okay with that.
But focus. Back to the action.
Anyway, we're not talking about farts. Syndicate's not here. We are talking about Meta trying to push. They're thinking about pushing. You know, they're thinking, okay, they're going. They are pushing. They had a moment there where they were probably talking to each other like, should we push? Yeah, let's push. And they're pushing. And they're looking pretty good in this engagement. So far, they got a lot of throwable hits. However, Rangers gets the first 2 kills. And,
team kill there doesn't help.
Ooh, not at all. Yeah, this engagement started off Rangers' way. And
it's back to Rangers now.
Yep, 2v1 over here. Oh, yep, and Rangers takes it. But not without taking 4 casualties. That was a bloody engagement. Absolutely. Oh, this is interesting. So, what are your guys' opinions on the archer of a team being at the top of the scoreboard all the time? I know this is contentious for some people, but do you think that makes sense?
Well, it really depends, because what Mercs Mod is trying to do is make archers a support role, which means they shouldn't be on the top of the scoreboard. But when you look at past archer roles, like people like Skills, Biggs, even Antsy, people like that, a lot of times you will see them on top of the scoreboard just because of the amount of kills and hits they rack up.
What's your opinion, Sarge?
I mean, it happens. It happens, and it really depends on the team. You can have teams that their archers the middle of the pack or on the bottom because their melee's doing all the work. I think Ansty's been playing with Tempest lately, and he hasn't been at the top so much because our melee's been pretty dominant, but he still has a shit ton of fucking assists. I think it's all dependent on the game you're in and who's playing and what archer role you're doing. A short bow is not going to have a lot of kills. But a Jav archer who's running out and as good as Golden Icon is, he will. So it's expectant of him to be at the top, really.
Oh, yeah.
And I have Baby Sarge on my chest right now, so
oh my.
I'm doing his commentary. Yeah.
It's also not uncommon to see. I've seen Pinobio top the leaderboard several times, and he's just a fantastic pebble archer.
Oh my gosh, just like
He
I had
knows how to use that
nightmares.
sling.
I had nightmares after the first scrim against Pinobio. It was terrifying. I never wanted to fight another sling again, or see one for that matter.
That's another style of aggressive archer play.
We're seeing a rather haphazard flank here by Meta's Flame. Seems to have distracted one of the Knights of Rangers. But Rangers are getting kill or two. Ah, and a TK. It's not going to stop their defense. Oh, now we've got a 2v3 down here, which quickly goes south. And Meta has the momentum. And quite a lot of it at that, with 14 minutes and 67%.
Ooh, good axe there. It really shuts down that archer.
Absolutely. And that's going to be a big hit to Rangers' next push. They're not going to have that support. Ooh, TK by Meta. Probably not going to hurt him too much. They've got this engagement in the bag. Or they had it in the bag, at least.
For a moment there.
They may still have it. Nope, Jared coming back.
Oh, wow. That was a 3v2.
Jared is just dangerous enough to keep them in the game.
Yeah.
Jared is the glue right now. He's the glue that's keeping Rangers pretty aggressive.
Absolutely. Even though he doesn't actually have a kill advantage, he's only got one assist more. He's definitely picking up the slack on the engagements and trying to target switch as much as possible, which is very easy to do with that Claymore being so fast. So he's playing a very effective role. And Gene has paused. He's going to be AFK for a minute apparently. Everyone in the game is making FAP hashtags. Fastest FAP. Fapping on the clock. Fapping is the job.
Cornholio, I need some pee-pee for my bunko. Are you touching me?
I'm the Red Cornholio! I need pee-pee for my bunghole! That's how I say it.
I don't.
I do.
What, is there a reason for this pause?
No, oh yeah,
AFK.
Gene's fapping.
Oh, okay.
Can't you read the chat? God. Penis pause. Hashtag no one loves you, Nordics. Hashtag recruits are scrubs and should beloved. Oh, be loved.
Be loved.
Shut up, I raid. Cue Hallmark card music. I don't know what's going on in this chat, ladies and gentlemen. Height of absurdity. Go FAP! See, whenever I see a word like that, it's F-A-P-P-P-P-P-P. I don't know whether to say FAP or FAP. I've got weird thought processes, okay? Judge me more. Golden Icon saying he's the best dirty talker NA. Sounds like a challenge. See if anyone rises to it. Ivar saying, hope you like broadhead arrow anal beads, Icon. Golden Icon responds with a frowny face. Alright, we will be unpausing in 2 seconds.
Just a moment.
Yep. And Meta... looks like they've been stopped for the moment. Rangers has control of the cart. 13 minutes and 10 seconds on the Klizak. Let's see Meta do some work, or Rangers pull off a defense. I don't know, though. You know, Rangers... It seems Rangers' attack was actually pretty decent. They weren't doing much wrong with it, but their defense seems to be a little lackluster.
I don't know. They're just standing around the cart now.
Yeah, I would have pushed up. I would have pushed up at least with one person to see where they're coming from, and then pushed up just a tad.
Doctor picks up 2 quick kills, make it 3.
Crap! Even with the TK on Meta's side, they do end up getting on that cart to move it.
Looks like that might be game right there.
I believe so. It's about to pass over the point.
And it has.
No return. Yes, it has. Yep, that is going to be game. Probably going to end up playing it out.
Oh, of course, they always play it through. It's good sportsmanship.
Yep. Well, it was a good game to watch, though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Meta. You know, with the kind of defense Meta pulled off, I wasn't thinking they'd be so skillful and aggressive in the attack, but they just absolutely steamrolled with it, and they made great time.
Yeah, and they needed this too after getting systematically destroyed last night by Moreland skirmishers.
Oh,
I'm sure they weren't feeling well.
Oh yeah,
that did happen.
Yeah, I would honestly not be surprised if those two teams show up in the semifinals or finals, because they've got some serious skill going on between them.
Either them or Jin. Jin, I could see definitely in the finals.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. Personally, my prediction is it will come down to Jin and Meta. That's my thoughts on it.
Well, unless Jen and Moreland face off, you know, because Meta got demolished last night by Moreland, I would honestly not be surprised if it was Moreland and Genesis.
I wouldn't either, but I have faith in them. I'm still rooting for them to be down.
Yeah, Genesis is definitely going to be the run to watch here. I'm excited to see too. Honestly, I would be happy to see Jin in there with either Meta or Moreland.
Can't forget about FC though either.
Oh no, yeah, I only forget about them because I haven't yet casted a game for them. But I don't know their lineup. What has their lineup been?
They use Chicken. What I think their main 2 players there are Chicken and Slick are their veterans. They also have Zyphos and Chief Kalua or some of their other players. They're all skilled. They've all been around for a while. They're all level 50 plus.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
They're a great group of guys. I've spent a lot of time over there with them.
They are cool
really
guys.
Good environment. They're like Moreland skirmishers. There's been one thing that's, another name that's been consistent for over the years on the server browser is Fight Club. And they are a pillar of this community, absolutely. So, a great group of guys. And they've been getting a lot better, too, on their competitive side.
Over time, they've only gotten better.
Absolutely. Yeah, and just to chime in, they are absolutely awesome guys. I used to be part of them for a long time, and they're a great clan, and I got my roots in them. They were actually my longest-lived clan that I've been with. Syndicate has yet to beat them for being my longest-lived, but I absolutely love them, and they are definitely an intimate part of this game and this community, because they're probably one of the longest-lived clans and one of the biggest communities in the game.
Looks like we're going to move on to the 3rd objective here, Sluice Gates.
Yep.
Actually,
And
Rangers...
they always have a lot of players, too, playing on the servers. If they get close to the 64 out of 64, I've seen them host, I think I've seen 48-player server on Fight Club before full, or some high number like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've definitely seen that. They've been hosting those really massive, just straight up for fun servers for a long time. So props to them for that.
Yeah, for sure. It's really exciting because Moreland has done the same thing, but definitely on a smaller scale. And it's nice to have these two, pillars of the community start to get more competitive and now start to get really good at it too. And to a level that they're performing quite nicely in tournaments. And that's really what's exciting, because it just shows you there that the foundations of this community are not weak at all. The player base is not weak at all. And that's great when it's exemplified by these clans.
I like to think the heartbeat of a game is in its competitive scene, because as just a casual player, you just like playing the game for fun, but you like having the thought that, well, maybe I can get to their level sometime. And if you have a really nice, thriving competitive scene, then your casual scene will always have something to aspire to. I like thinking about it that way.
Absolutely. It's one thing to go into an FFA server and everybody, and you're new and you're just hacking away and everybody's hacking away at everybody.
Yeah.
But then it's completely different when you go into a server and you see that one person with that one tag on, and he just ducked underneath 3 fucking LMBs and just got 3 kills at the same time when he popped back up. For me, that was Toby-Wan Kenobi. The first person I saw do that when I started playing this game. And that's what got me trying to start ducking. So, yeah, you're right. People need players to aspire to, and these communities, these clans that are participating in this tournament, whether they're new or they're old, are providing that, and that's great.
So it looks like Meta here is actually having a bit of a hard time getting this sluice gate down. They may have this push right here. No, Jared with the double kill. That was actually crazy. Oh, but Jared can only deliver for so long. And they do get the gate. But with 16 minutes and 30 seconds, that's not a bad time, but Rangers definitely put up a defense, a decent one on the sluice. Let's see where they end up going. And while we're on Dark Force, I might as well ask you guys, or at least Sarge to start with. Oh, looks like Meta has paused, but I can still ask. Yeah, Sarge, so what do you think as an attacker on Dark Forest 4th objective is the best way of going about attacking at the very beginning of the objective? Do you go straight to C? Do you go to A? What do you do?
Well, yeah, so, the meta that a lot of the top tier teams have been using, and you can watch this with Sin, Tempest, or Cryptic now, who they are, is typically you see them, as soon as you get out of spawn, you break right, and you go across, Woodbridge. I call it Wood, which is the actual built bridge, and then Log Bridge is the other one, so Wood and Log. Might be a little redundant, but whatever. So you see the whole team push Woodbridge, and then they usually go right. So you're not going up through A. You're not going up through B. You're going all the way around the flank. And that strategy is dependent upon once you engage them in their spawn, they're going to be wiped quick, and you're going to get a lot of hits on C. And then if you want, and if everything's going good, you can have 1 or 2 people break away and go B as well, and you can start spreading out on the points. But the real trick is winning that engagement and getting all those players back on C early. Because even though we do it a lot, you will still see some people on the other team defending, send people in weird places and just not be there for the full engagement. And it works. It works. It just is dependent upon you winning your engagement.
That's some pretty good insight. Yeah. And I definitely do see that with all the top teams. You will always put that first push towards C just to try to break that wall before it gets put up with its full strength against Agatha. Will, are you here? I think Will probably said
he said he'll be right back.
Alright, fab. That's cool. I'll ask him when he gets back. He's probably just going to say the same thing. Being a member of Cryptic, formerly known as Nemesis. I believe the pause is about to go down. Oh, nope. Rangers is still AFK for the moment. Rudy toot toot. Alright, the unpause is occurring. And looks like we're actually having a log as the first push. Going along log bridge for meta. And they're going to go straight down the middle, straight into the front entrance of this palisade. I think they're just going to go from one to the other. Yeah, they're going to take A as soon as possible. However, this does only appear to be half their team. Nope, the whole team is at A. 2 of them are moving off to B. One knight gets accosted. And the 3 at A are on fire. Literally. Slowly getting taken down. A is going to go down. And they're going to just go ahead and thwap those peasants to death if they can ever kill the archer, finally. And Muffin will make short work of all these peasants. Unless Jared can make short work of them. Hot diggity damn. Good defense by Jared. Oh, but B is completely gone with that distraction. Let's see where meta chooses to go next. I don't even know that they're going to group up, but we shall see. Now, like Sarge was saying earlier, it's most clans' agenda to go on that C point as soon as possible, but meta's kind of pulling off a different thing that you don't see too horribly often. They just went straight down the middle. They try to get as much progress as possible on A and B, which is a decent thing to do if you're finding that the defense of a team is somewhat lacking, which has kind of been showing for Rangers. Not to say they're a bad clan, it's just their defense was definitely not as good as their attack last round. And
yeah.
That is... yeah.
Again, I mean, that's what you want to do against, I mean, that's not the strategy, what I was talking about. And obviously meta felt comfortable that they could push right on up the middle, and that's sure enough what they did. They obviously had the time to do it, and of course they've officially won anyways.
Oh,
they
absolutely.
can technically do whatever they want, so that probably influenced their decision.
Very true. And we have a win from meta. We had the win from the second objective, but, you know, playing through, it's always fun. And meta does go through and win the game. It's a good game. Both teams, meta put up an insanely good performance, and Rangers held out to the last second on the first round. On the second round, a little bit lacking on the defense, but all around still good plays.